Good afternoon, Knights. Thanks for tuning in. Today is Thursday, October 29th, 2020. I'm Peyton Maciejewski, and here's your nightly news update. Let's take a look at today's coronavirus update. According to the Johns Hopkins University COVID map, Orange County's total case number sits at 45,492 positive cases. The death toll comes in at 546. Within the state of Florida, there are over 786,000 cases and a tally of around 16,500 deaths in the state. And nationally, there is just under 8.9 million cases and nearly 228,000 deaths in the U.S. Some students at the UCF College of Medicine will be giving those in need a treat this Halloween. Nightly News found out more about these COVID care packages.
Medical students at the Chapman Clinic at the UCF College of Medicine are teaming up with Shepherd's Hope and the Rotary Club of Lake Nona to give back to those in the local community. On October 31st at Shepherd's Hope, those in the community can get a Halloween treat of a smart thermometer and COVID combat kit from 10 in the morning to 2 in the afternoon. Second-year medical student Shaye Busse says after having to not be as engaged in the community because of COVID-19, he's glad to finally be able to give back.
We are now being able to actually do something to contribute to the community, and we're really excited about it and hoping it's going to have a great benefit.
Second-year medical student Sarah Baker says helping run events like this remind her of the reason she got into the medical field in the first place.
We want to give back to the community. We want the people are why we're here. The people are why we chose to have a career in medicine.
Baker says they will be helping to hand out over 700 of these COVID kits to those in need in the Orlando community. In Orlando, Jenna Ehrlich, UCF Nightly News.
The firearm industry has been steadily growing over the last few months here in Florida. Nightly News reporter Stephen Parchment tells us how some residents feel about this surge of weaponry.
Firearm sales in the country are breaking records as the presidential election draws closer. According to the Florida Department of Agriculture, there have been more than 80,000 new applications for concealed weapons and more than 36,000 applications for gun permit renewals. The current global pandemic and social unrest stemming from months of protests and riots are being seen as the main cause of the spike in sales, according to a study done by professors at Wellesley College. UCF student Elizabeth Maciello owns a firearm herself, but says that she believes more guns are not the solution to the issue and will only cause more problems.
I don't think semi-automatic or automatic weapons should be allowed for sale because there's no reason for citizens to be militarized on domestic soil.
According to data from the FBI's National Instant Criminal Background Check System, background checks increased by 46% in the third quarter of this year when compared to numbers from last year. UCF alumnus Andrew Urquhart says that background checks are essential and that more people should purchase firearms for their personal safety before it's too late.
There's going to be more restrictions put in place, so I would personally recommend that people would get a gun now before something like that happens.
With 40% of gun purchases coming from first-time owners, safety is a major concern. It's recommended you have your gun secured in a case just like this and store it away somewhere where no one can find it, like this closet. With Election Day less than a week away, the rise in sales and registrations of firearms won't be stopping anytime soon. In Orlando, Stephen Parchment, UCF Nightly News.
Florida currently does not require a permit to carry a firearm, but background checks are still required. As COVID-19 case numbers continue to grow in the U.S., some are questioning whether a national mask mandate will be carried out. Nightly News reporter Jenna Ehrlich tells us what this could mean for the UCF community.
Dr. Anthony Fauci, a physician immunologist and the director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, is advocating for a mask mandate in the U.S. Johns Hopkins University reports that the U.S. still has the world's highest number of COVID-19 cases. Senior nursing student Meridian Dickerson says people definitely should wear a mask and follow hygiene practices.
I'm in the hospital working with people and having to wear a face shield and a mask, and then, there's people out here partying and they don't really care, but you might be the next one in the hospital that I have to take care of.
Some say being required to wear a mask goes against their First Amendment rights. However, Amendment 10 could make wearing a mask mandatory. The American Bar Association states that under the U.S. Constitution's 10th Amendment and U.S. Supreme Court decisions made over 200 years ago, that state governments have the primary authority to control the spread of dangerous diseases with their jurisdiction. The 10th Amendment allows states to take emergency actions such as setting quarantines and business restrictions. UCF alumnus Melissa Whipple says wearing a mask alone does not prevent COVID-19 and that the people should have a choice to not wear one.
I just don't believe in the fact of imposing a specific regimen on the people as a whole because we were built on choice.
The National Conference of State Legislators report that if Florida were to implement a mask mandate, anyone who violates it would be guilty of a second-degree misdemeanor. In Orlando, Jenna Ehrlich, UCF Nightly News.
Anyone wanting to learn more about how the 10th Amendment could enact a national mask mandate can visit the American Bar Association website. Now let's take a look at today's weather forecast. Today will be mostly sunny with a high of 90 degrees with some windy skies this afternoon. Tonight's low will be around 68 degrees with a 20% chance of showers after 11 p.m. Tomorrow will be mostly sunny with a high of 78 degrees with a low of getting down to a cool 61. So all you Floridians better keep a jacket handy. And that's all the time we have for today. Keep up with all that's happening throughout the week by following us on Instagram or Twitter at UCF Nightly News. Tune in tomorrow for our nightly news pre-Halloween newscast. I'm Peyton Maciejewski. Thanks for watching and have a happy Halloween.